Now available on Kickstarter, John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this all-new Kickstarter exclusive John Haynes comic book. Put in your pledge and get the standard, variant, or retro covers of John Haynes at Death's Door and other great stretch goal rewards on Kickstarter today. Actress LisaRaye recently stated that she only would consider a man if he paid all of her bills. The reason why I'm laughing is because it's clear to me that your LisaRaye is an extremely delusional individual, and she clearly hasn't seen that train left the station a couple of years ago. Now, your LisaRaye is out here still thinking that she has the same value that she had back when she was in her prime, back during the 1990s when she was starring in movies like The Players Club. Now, your LisaRaye suffers from the same delusion many feminist indoctrinated women have as related to their social marketplace value, and I go in depth on this in my upcoming book, The Woman Crisis. Now, many of these women still think that they have the same social marketplace value that they had when they were in their prime, and they think that they can go out here and command the attention of men like they did back when they were in their 20s, like LisaRaye was during the time that The Players Club was in theaters. Unfortunately, many of your feminist indoctrinated women do not understand the concept of time, and they don't understand how your average woman depreciates in the social marketplace the longer she remains single. Many of these women, they don't really understand that a woman's social marketplace value declines over time, and as she's longer on the market, her value drops as related to getting the attention of men. So you cannot go out here making big demands of men when you are 54 years old, like your LisaRaye is. You cannot go out here making demands of men to go out here and pay all of your bills, because you have nothing of value to offer those men, because those men can go out here and find a younger woman who can go out here and build a family with them. Now, your LisaRaye's biggest mistake, as I see it, was she didn't understand not only her social marketplace value, but she also didn't understand the opportunity that God had blessed her when he allowed her to finally get a husband who was royalty. Now, your LisaRaye was married to royalty in Turks and Caicos, and she could have lived happily ever after, and because she had accomplished the modern day American fairy tale. She had found a member of royalty to have a relationship with, and that man could have taken care of her for the rest of her life. Unfortunately, your LisaRaye wound up getting indoctrinated into feminism before she got involved with the royalty in Turks and Caicos, and what happened was your LisaRaye bought into the idea many feminists have, that they have all the time in the world. And because your LisaRaye believed that she had all the time in the world, your LisaRaye decided that she could go out here and do better than the royalty in Turks and Caicos. No, she thought she could go out here and get herself a better deal. And I go in depth on this in my book, The Woman Crisis, how many of your feminist indoctrinated women, they always think they can go out here and get a better deal. So they will go out here and get themselves a good quality man, but they won't appreciate that good quality man because they believe they can go out here and get a better man. Now, again, the biggest mistake that many feminist indoctrinated women make is believing that, again, they have all the time in the world when God only gives us a little bit of time in this world to live our life so that we can go out here and give our lives to the Most High and receive His gift of salvation. He only gives us a little bit of time to receive His gift of salvation. Unfortunately, your feminist indoctrinated women like LisaRaye don't appreciate that time. Moreover, many of your feminist indoctrinated women don't understand that they only have a limited time to go out here and find themselves a husband. Your LisaRaye, again, thinks that she's still got all the time in the world. She still thinks that she's a dime piece at 54 years old, but at 54 years old, your LisaRaye is not a dime piece. No, she's worth less than a $5 food stamp without the book on the social marketplace, and most guys aren't interested in taking food stamps in a world where they can get a female with an EBT card at the Arab red and white chicken place. So your LisaRaye is someone who still thinks that she is high value when she has no value to most men in the social marketplace, and most men out here are laughing at your LisaRaye because your LisaRaye is delusional enough to believe that she can go out here and make demands of men in the social marketplace, and she can go out here and tell them that they have to pay all of her bills. But those men know that they don't have to pay any of LisaRaye's bills because they know that there are younger, more attractive women who are out here they can have relationships with. And they know that they can go out here and build a family with those women because those women are young and in their prime, and because they're young and in their prime, they are fertile, and these women are women that they can go out here and build a family with, something that LisaRaye missed out on because she was busy out here being a big-time actress and trying to go out here and show out in Hollywood. So most of those men out here, they don't see LisaRaye as a female they need to pay all the bills for, because in their eyes, your LisaRaye is nothing more than a bus down. And what's sad is your LisaRaye doesn't see that she's on the bus to bust downtown and about to get the apartment across the hall from bust downs like your Halle Berry and many others who blew their shot at marriage and blew their shot with their families and blew their shot at a relationship with a quality man. And the main reason why they blew their shot with a quality man is because your women like your LisaRaye bought into the concept of white feminism, and as they bought into the concept of white feminism, they believed, again, they had all the time in the world. They believed that a man was going to go out here and want to get with them in their late 30s or their late 40s, and they believed that they could go out here and have a man in their older age. Unfortunately, there aren't many takers for a LisaRaye. No, there's no takers for a 54-year-old bust down who has over 500,000 miles and is broken down like an old 89 Yugo or a 1984 Cougar XR7. And this Cougar XR7 with rust, dents, and damage all throughout the body and a blown head gasket in the engine. This is something most guys wouldn't want to consider when there are brand new women out here who are of quality and character and have good discipline and good behavior. That's something most guys aren't really thinking about. They're not thinking about, again, 54-year-old woman who has over a to be continued on the odometer and is completely busted. Nobody's thinking about LisaRaye anymore. I mean, she was the hot thing 25 years ago when people drove Mercury Cougars, but these days your LisaRaye isn't anything anybody takes seriously in a world where people can go out here and get themselves a nice brand new Trackhawk. Well, Trackhawks, they don't make them anymore, but brand new Jeep Wagoneer or a brand new Hyundai Elantra. So people can go out here and get a quality woman, and they're not really thinking about LisaRaye and paying for all of her bills, because the sum of all of the bills on a LisaRaye are nothing but a nightmare. No, your LisaRaye is nothing more than a money pit where you'll be paying all of these maintenance costs like people do on a hoopty. And that's not something any man of character would want to invest in, because investing in a hoopty when you can go out here and take that same money and buy a brand new car, it just isn't smart to do. So your LisaRaye is one of these females who has been indoctrinated into feminism. She has bought into all of these crazy ideas that she's still the same dime piece. She's bought into the ideas she is still a attractive movie star, but no, she's not an attractive movie star. She's not a dime piece. No, her days are over, and what she hasn't seen is the truth about herself. She hasn't seen that she's missed out on her chance at a marriage to a quality man, and she's missed out on her opportunity to be a wife in this life. No, she threw all of that away because she thought she could get a better deal, but sadly, your LisaRaye, all she got was a raw deal at the end of this life, and she got a raw deal because she believed the lies of the devil's agents, the white feminist, and as she bought into those lies, she put her whole life into a living hell. And that sadly is the case of what happened with your LisaRaye and many other American women out here. They bought into these ideas thinking, oh, I'm going to be here forever. I'm going to have the same beauty as I had when I was young, and I can go and get any man at any time. But they don't understand that there's only a small amount of sands in that hourglass, and your time will be up sooner rather than later, and you won't even know that your time is up because you're so caught up in living your best life, you miss out on the abundant life that God has for you. And this is what happens to many of the feminist indoctrinated women out there. They wind up missing out on the abundant life that God has for them because they're so busy trying to live their best life without God that they miss out on all of God's blessings. And when God does bless someone like a LisaRaye, like she did to get royalty, she throws it away thinking that she can go out here and get something better, when oftentimes when what God gives you is the very best for you, but you don't see how it's the very best for you because you buy into ideas from Madison Avenue in Hollywood, which always tell you that there is a better deal, but there is no better deal than what the Most High has for you, and that is something most American women don't understand. The Most High has the very best for you. He wants to give you the very best, and he wants to give you a husband, but a lot of times women don't want the man that God has for them. They want Mr. Right, the social construct, and that is what your LisaRaye is currently chasing right now. Your LisaRaye is currently chasing the social construct of a Mr. Right, and the whole thing is that your Mr. Right has her right down the wrong path, and that wrong path sadly is leading her to bust downtown, and she's already getting ready to head to apartment 7B across the street from Halle Berry and doesn't even know that she's on her way down that street to Halle Berry's place, where they're sitting there with their cats looking out at a nice view of a graveyard, because that's the end of the road for most of your feminists who go out here and don't want to follow the Most High and be a part of God's natural order. Their final fate is the end as related to this life and possibly the next life, because they refuse to follow the Most High. Now, again, your LisaRaye, she's still in her delusions about how she's going to go get herself another rich man, but that train sailed when she threw away her marriage to the guy in Turks and Caicos. When she threw away her marriage to the man in Turks and Caicos, she threw away her last opportunity at a husband. And once guys see that a member of royalty cannot satisfy a woman, most men realize that that woman is too delusional to deal with. And once they realize that this woman is too delusional to deal with, what they do is leave that woman completely alone. And that's what's happened to your LisaRaye. She doesn't see that she's on a road to being alone. She doesn't see that she's on a road where she's going down. And she doesn't see that her final fate and her final place will be an apartment in Bust downtown. Now, my upcoming book, The Woman Crisis, details how dysfunctional women like LisaRaye wind up on a road to failure, and that book will be coming out this November, hopefully. I'm still editing this book and putting it together, and I'm wanting so that women will understand the crisis that they're in due to the fact that many have been indoctrinated into feminism, and that has completely messed up their life paradigm and kept them from having a relationship with the Most High. And if you want to learn more about dysfunctional females like LisaRaye, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, to learn why these women will be single for the rest of their life. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's Aspiring Angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS Legacy. Sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.